Let's use these wood planks in the M1 by xTool. We are going to be cutting them out, and this is what they look like. You get 6 of these for $1.25, which is a really great deal, and they cut really well in the M1. So this is the M1 by xTool. The settings that I am going to use for power is 80, speed is 4, and I'm going to make 2 passes. So what you're seeing right now is the inside of the laser bed, and I have the honeycomb tray inside. I do have the air assist on this particular laser. So now we're just going to bring in the image that we are going to use. You do have to use DXF files if you are going to cut. Now, if you're scoring or engraving, you can just bring in any file. But if you are going to cut it, it does have to be a DXF file. There are a lot of online converters, so you can convert a PNG to a DXF. It's not as intimidating as it sounds. Those are just the abbreviations, and trust me, I literally opened my M1 straight out the box and processed orders when I first got it. So it is easy. You just have to play around with the settings. And then they have a lot of helpful stuff online as well. I don't know why the camera didn't get how the exact design space is laid out. If you have a Cricut, the design space for xTools is so similar to that software. And it looks a little blurry, probably because it's so far back. But I just brought the names in that I'm going to cut. I grouped it so that it stays together, and then I resized it. So the size of these names are going to be 4.2 for the width and 2 for the height. Meaning with these particular wood planks, you can get 2 names per wood plank. You can leave them raw with the wood on them. You can paint them. I'm going to spray paint these. And you can just do different stuff with it. Dollar Tree has a lot of materials that you can play around with when you are, trying to figure out a design before you go and use the actual items that you're going to be engraving or cutting on. So with that being said, we have our design in. We have it the size that we need it. And you can skip the framing process, but I always like to hit framing and look over the top of the laser, because when you hit the framing, it does show you on the outline of where it's going to cut or engrave on the item. So you'll actually see the laser trace around the item that you're going to be using. And I'm trying to do this with one hand, guys. There's a light right where my laser is that causes a glare. So I'm holding my hand up over the light and trying to move the camera at the same time. But I worked it out. So, and this is the setup where my laser is. This cart that is on is the workstation by Michaels. And they always have them on sale. And it literally, this lid on this desk opens up, that second tray pulls out, and then it has 3 drawers on it. It was a pain to put together, but it's really nice, and it's on wheels, so you can move it around however you see fit. And the little pieces that's on the side, as you can see, the stands will stand up, and that's where I place my laptop. You can use the M1 wirelessly Bluetooth. But seeing that I have so much stuff hooked up out here, I don't like to take the chances because sometimes the internet is not its best. But we are going to hit this little button right here, and it's going to get started with cutting out our image. And then I'm going to place the camera above it so that you can see it works. I don't know if you've seen in the reflection that I do have on a mask. I have the air filter, so I let the window up. My lungs are just not the best. The smallest thing irritates me. Then I'll have sinus problems for days. So I just always wear a mask. But just make sure that you are in a well ventilated area when you're using these. And this is what they look like when they came out. And once they were painted, this is the final outcome. And they look awesome. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys.